Good morning, Sabbath friends. It's the Midi Man coming at you again from Walks of Music. Yet another word for today, Friday morning edition. We thank God for life, health, and strength for whether it is, and we also thank God for each and every one of you, Sabbath friends. You know who you are. We just want to say that we have made it again to another Friday. In other words, as the title of my video is saying, Jewish Sabbath. In other words, at 6 o'clock this evening at sundown, it will begin the Jewish Sabbath. In other words, their Sabbath begins on Friday evening, sundown, and it lasts until Saturday evening, sundown. So in other words, that's from 6 o'clock Friday until 6 o'clock Saturday. That duration between that time is the Jewish Sabbath. And for all of us Christians who are spiritual Jews, we are adopted into the family. In other words, we are adopted into the common welfare of Israel. And I consider myself a spiritual Jew. In other words, and what we need to, I don't try to get all legalistic about these things, but I try to think about what Jesus said and the way his teaching was. Jesus never did force anything on anyone. And matter of fact, when it came to the issue about the Sabbath, he even told the Pharisees, he told them that the Sabbath was not made for them. We were not made for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was made for us. You see, people, God was always looking out for us, number one. And a Sabbath is a rest period that, in other words, sometimes, and I'm guilty, I'm very guilty of this. We just try to go, do. And I find myself sometimes running myself totally ragged. And you need some downtime. I don't care how. See, in other words, the spirit is willing, Jesus said, but the flesh is weak. Now, in my spirit, I can go all day and night, nonstop, in my spirit. But see, I'm in a flesh body, and this body is limited to what it can do. And it needs some rest. And if you don't believe it needs rest, I dare you to try to go 24/7 without stopping. It'll stop. The body will stop itself. So Jesus and what God gave us when he was giving us the Sabbath, it was something that we needed. In other words, this Sabbath was made not for as a legalistic thing that, okay, you can't do this, you can't do that. Jesus made that very plain. When he said, which one of you having a donkey, whatever, a beast that will fall into a well on the Sabbath and you would not let down a rope and pull it out. Jesus let us know right then that it was not to be legalistic. In other words, don't limit your things to what you need to do just because it's the Sabbath day. But now, this is just Midi Man's opinion. You may have your own, and we do not fault you for having your own opinion. Matter of fact, that's why God gave you a head by yourself, so you can think for yourself. But I'm saying this is Midi Man's thought. The Sabbath was given to me that I might take 1 day in 7 to let my body rejuvenate, to let all of the stuff that I do, give it a rest, give it a break, get away from it. Now, being a minister of music, sometimes I get caught up in music. Sometimes night and day I want to do music, and I got the mind and willfulness that want to do music. I want to do it, and I'm up late at night. To the wee hours of the morning sometime, and I'm picking and pedaling around with the different music. I'm trying to figure out this chord, I'm trying to do that. And I want to do it, but my body wants to go to sleep. Why? Because we need sleep, people. Your body repairs itself during sleep, not during the time when you're awake. And just as I woke up this morning, I must confess that I was kind of, in other words, the old body was trying to tell me something. In other words, saying, oh, you don't feel too good this morning. You're aching and whatnot. Just don't do anything this morning. Don't do no morning devotion. But I refused to let that get in my mind. And I got that thought out of my mind just as quick as it came. Because I know that my fellowship and your fellowship with the Father, that's what gives you strength. In other words, staying close to the Father. So I thought about that. So I said, well, the day being the Jewish Sabbath starts at sundown. And I said, the Midi Man perhaps going to do something a little different today. Matter of fact, I told the Bible study last night, and we want to say again, we appreciate all of you that attend the Bible study. Like I say, We those that call in, like Sister Adrienne, Sister Siobhan, Sister Tina, they the one calls in most times. Brother JT, when Brother JT calls in when he can. And matter of fact, we all know that we all are into this thing. We got ministries and we got things that we are involved in as well. And sometimes we just not able to do what we would like to do. But that's okay. Everybody's working on the same team. But what I was saying was, I told them, and I told Sister Siobhan to tell Sister Adrienne that they being 3 hours behind our time. They're in the Pacific time. We are in Eastern time. They're 3 hours behind us. In other words, when it's 9 o'clock here, it'll be 6 there. And I told them we're going to try to do next Friday. Next Friday, we're going to try to do communion, and in the respect of the solar eclipse that's supposed to happen next Friday. And we want to get back. Jesus said, as often as you do this, you do show forth my death and suffering until I come again. That's what communion is for. You don't have to wait till you get to church. It doesn't have to be administered by no deacons or a preacher. You can take part in your own communion service right there in your house. In fact, you should do it in your home. And you should do it as often as you wish. In other words, you don't have no set limit of times to do it. So that's why I told them we're going to be doing communion on next Friday specifically. But I think that I'm going to start this Friday. In other words, being a spiritual Jew, Sabbath day starts at 6 o'clock. So Middleman is going to be doing something differently than what he has done. During this here period of time, I got a little break. I'm supposed to have a little break between. I'm supposed to have a rehearsal tonight, and with one of my choirs in my third Sunday church. So I don't have too much problem with doing that. I might do that, but after that, I have told everyone that I'm not going to be bothered with on Saturday. I'm not going to do anything this Saturday, but I'm going to take my time and do what I want to do. I'm going to rest this body. I'm going to sit here at this PC, and I've got some things that I might want to do with the PC, but that's all. I'm not going to go anywhere if I can help it. I'm not going to go out on any PC calls if I can help it. And I'm certainly not going to do any rehearsal of any choirs on Saturday if I can help it. And so this is what the Sabbath is for us to take time out, people to understand and realize that our body needs rest. God gave us the Sabbath just for that particular thing, and in my opinion. It wasn't some sort of thing that he was going to hold over us to judge us by. No. It was given for our benefit. In other words, 1 in 7, take that time out to rest. Or to just relax. Or get away from some of the things that you do during the other 6 days of the week. In other words, like I said, I do a lot of rehearsal and a lot of PC work 6 days of the week. So I'm going to take Saturday this time to rest from it. That's what the Sabbath is. That's my opinion. Now, people, you can base yours on what you believe, and I think you'll still be fine, because this is a personal relationship with God. Your relationship with God is not like mine. Mine is not like yours. Everybody's relationship with Christ is different. It's personal. In other words, don't try to do things just because I'm doing it. And I'm certainly not going to do anything because of others. You do it the way you feel you got to do it, and I'm going to do it the way I feel I have to do it. That is the essence of being saved and being blood-bought. God has redeemed me from the curse. I don't have to worry about the condemnation because Christ took it all. Christ paid it all. Without him, I can do nothing. So it's not by my performance, but by his goodness and his grace. Grace and mercy found me. Grace and mercy going to keep me. With that being said, whatever you get into, if God is not in it, come on out of it, people. You know I tell you this all the time. This is Middleman. Until next time, remember, as you go from it's the weekend, people get crazy. Watch yourself out there, because the life you save may very well be your own. This is Middleman saying peace and goodbye.